Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Olympic Ultras podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Michael.
And we are going to be your hosts for this is episode 10. And we are talking all about the women today. So first off, we're going to be talking about the game against Brisbane City. What a fantastic game it was.
Yeah, I thought that was a brilliant game.
Against Brisbane City. Before we move into a double game week, we got Gold Coast United, and then we got QAS. All very exciting. It's all coming down.
It's all happening.
Quick and fast. Before we get started, though, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Spotify. It's the Olympic FC _Ultras and the Olympic Ultras podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, comment. Come join. It'd be lovely to have you.
Yeah, for sure. Join. Come on board.
Yeah.
We enjoy it.
All right. Let's get started, shall we?
Let's go.
All right. In the first half, Brisbane City 1, Olympic FC 1. A goal from Tatum Azis in the 18th minute before Nicky Friedman scored an absolute banger.
Great goal.
On the half an hour
I've
mark.
actually seen it 3 times.
Yeah, I can't stop watching it either. Just fantastic goal, fantastic game, fantastic result.
I thought it was brilliant. I mean, as we said a couple of weeks ago, considering everyone's going to go, Olympic up from FQPL 1, they're going to be the...
Yeah.
And we said the same thing last week. Do not underestimate us. And our girls went on that field with this gladiator type attitude, and they just took it to them. And I don't think City realised what was happening.
No, I don't think so. And, as you said, like coming up from FQPL 1, there's probably a couple of teams that went, new whipping, boys, let's go.
Yep, someone we can smack.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone we can actually fear anymore. Nope. And I think we're going to be a team that causes a couple of upsets and starts being a little bit of a thorn in a couple of teams' sides.
And as we said, we're almost close to going back around to that game 1 again.
Yep.
They're going to go, oh, crap, we're going to play Olympic.
Yep.
And that's what we want.
Yeah, exactly right. And, we've played all 4 of the big 4 now.
Yep.
There's East, Brisbane City, Gold Coast Knights, and Lions.
And come out with our heads held very high.
We have. Out of those, we haven't won any. 2 draws, 2 losses. Both losses were a 1-0 loss. Both draws were either a 1-1 or a 0-0. So, tight, well-formed games. We conceded, 3 goals out of that.
I think
So we're doing pretty well. Against the big 4, we're really proving that, hey, you can't really count us out. You leave us alone for a little bit, you drop your guard. There are a lot of moments in the Brisbane City match where we could have gone 2-1 up, 3-1 up.
I suppose it's what you say, I think we made the comment that was 2 points lost.
It felt like it. It really did.
We were all over them.
Yeah.
And whether it was just the odd misguided shot or a good save by the keeper, we should have won that.
Yeah, I think so.
No fault of our own, because City had to strengthen their back line and pull their socks up.
Yeah, exactly right.
They stopped us from getting that second goal.
Yeah. And I don't think we're a surprise anymore.
No, that's a shame.
That's probably the biggest shame. I don't think we're a surprise.
Now we're readable.
Yeah, we probably won't be able to have teams that, go, whatever.
Yeah.
Like Lions had a couple of their stars on the bench. I don't think that's going to happen again.
No.
But I do think that there's going to be more times where they go, shit, they're getting better each week.
Yeah, and we are.
What do we do here? How do we stop this ball rolling? And
we are getting better. And I don't know what the Cam and the backroom staff are doing, but mate, keep on doing it.
Yeah.
You've got
100%.
some magic there, and it's working well.
Defensively, still best defense in the league.
Mate, rock solid.
Absolutely rock solid. Unfortunately, we're the 3rd worst offense.
Well,
which, look,
it's a balance.
Yeah, offense wins games, defense wins tournaments. I don't think we're going to be winning this tournament anytime soon.
No.
Because, 1, we're only however many games in. It's all the way into around 27.
Yeah.
But 2, the top 4 are already starting to pull away just a little bit.
That's just normal every year.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of this beast.
That's just this league.
And it'll never change because they'll never go down. And they'll always continue to pull the best players because of their status and their caliber.
100%.
But,
Yeah, and I think, back all the way back when we did a bit of a season preview, I mentioned that we wanted to be, or I think that we wanted to finish in the best of the rest position at 5th place.
Yeah.
I definitely think that's attainable.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's really obtainable considering how we're doing. And, you and I as fans and all the other fans out there, we can look at the table week in, week out and go, oh, we get 3 points here and,
exactly.
games
Do the
drop here.
maths.
I want the club not to look at it.
Yeah.
I want none of the players to even know.
Yeah, the table doesn't exist.
I don't even want them to know how many teams are in this league. Stop looking at it. Just keep playing game by game and see where we end up.
And we spoke to Shane on the weekend too after the game, and he feels they're getting better and better. You can see it.
Yeah.
As well. So it's not just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we've already talked about Nikki Friedman, but continuing her run with an absolute screamer, good turn.
Oh, beautiful.
Hits it on the half volley and just.
If you were to slow that down, it looks like she's just in this whole area of her own.
Yeah. Everyone just sort of stopped and watched.
It's like time in motion. She stopped, turned, looked, and went, mine, and cracked.
Yeah. Sized it up, knew exactly where to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. But something I do want to touch on was the other side of things. There was an incredible battle that formed that I believe only had one winner.
Yep.
Which was Kiz and Steph Latham.
Yep.
And there was clearly one winner in this, and this was Kiz.
Kiz won, Steph won.
Yeah. I truly don't believe. I think Steph had maybe 1 or 2 pops, but nothing really serious. I think she was very ineffectual. Kiz just had her game the entire time.
Yeah, we did mention last week's podcast, so I think I mentioned it.
Yeah.
One of the dangerous players they do have is Steph Latham.
Oh, yeah.
Of quality. But I think I'm right on the day. She was well played.
Yeah.
I think she had one dangerous run.
Kiz had a number the entire game.
I mean, Kiz's shorts are bulging the way home because it's Steph Latham.
Yeah. Steph Latham in the pockets.
Yeah. It was just, it was crazy.
Yeah, no, it was a fantastic
beautiful performance.
Oh, amazing from our captain. And again, to stop someone from that caliber of, real talent, someone who's obviously a real celebrity around the game, for her to make it look like she didn't even really play is such a credit to Kiz.
Yeah. And like, Kiz doesn't care about reputation.
No.
You face me, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah. And I'm sure they had a nice handshake after the match.
I probably did, but that's what I love about Kiz. She's so professional.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she is.
She just takes her game very seriously, and she's a great leader.
Yeah.
She's just all-round brilliant.
Yeah. And this was obviously a doubleheader. The women played first. It was a really tricky, energy-sapping day.
It was so hot, wasn't it?
It was hot. And there was very little wind. It just didn't go anywhere. It sort of just sat.
Yeah.
And we play a very high-tempo, high-running game. And, but we didn't give a quarter.
Nope.
Every single one of our wingers, every single one of our midfielders, even the defense chasing those balls backwards. It was just such an incredible all-round performance.
I remember talking to Georgia Muir when she came off, and she was just doused in sweat.
I know.
And she said it was so hot out there. Yeah. She said it was so tough.
But someone who I feel like, on the other side of the pitch, who didn't stop and was my player of the match was Tia.
Yes.
Tiapo. She did not stop. No, she looked up for the match the entire way.
If there was a best and fairest, she'd be just getting best and fair every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's just it. And she looked really up for it. I definitely expected her to be on the score sheet at some point.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a shame that she didn't quite get there, but that's all right.
As we say, their turn will come. And she's got it in a kit bag.
Yeah.
But I have to agree with you, it was probably my player of the match too as well. She was just so dominant.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. She was just everywhere. She was a thorn. She popped up in little spots, and she was just fantastic.
Yeah. No, it was certainly a great game to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I think, considering the last time we played Brisbane City, it was a 3-0 loss.
Yes.
Queensland Cup final, very different circumstances.
Yes, extremely different, yeah.
I think this is a real concrete, this is how far we've come.
Yeah, when you consider that was the end of last season to the beginning.
That was, September?
This season.
Yeah.
The change in our squad.
The metamorphosis is just
crazy,
been
beautiful. It's blooming just growing and growing, and it's getting more powerful.
Yeah, and it's absolutely fantastic to see. And I hope we can keep this ball rolling. To be perfectly honest,
I think it will. I think the girls have realised that hey, we're no slouches.
No.
We can do this. Week in, week out, we can do this.
We're not here to make up the numbers. We're not here to make it 10
They've got a
teams.
strong bench as well, So, I think you'll see this teams get better and better.
Yeah, and I think
that's frightening.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of our strong bench, we're going to need them in this next coming week.
We will.
So
Every one of them.
Every single one of them. So, of course, we've got Gold Coast United.
Yes.
Coming up on the Saturday, 28th of March at Goodwin Park. This is round 8, so we're very, very quickly coming up to the turnaround where we've played everyone once, and we've got 3 roulettes in this particular league. But Gold Coast United, very, very decent team.
Yeah.
Team that, of recent years probably aren't one of the big 4, but they like causing a problem for the big 4, and they do like finishing in that 5th. Yeah. So,
it's like the itch you can't scratch.
Exactly right, exactly. And it's probably a position that we want to try to get to.
Oh, for sure.
This year. So this is going to be one of our main contenders for where we want to finish in the year. Not to mention, there's one of their players, Letitia Emmerich, has scored like 4 goals for them already so far. So
she'll stay on 4.
Yeah, she's she's the one to watch.
We still had about Steph.
Yeah, that's true. We were right. But yeah, Gold Coast United are going to be very, very difficult. Not necessarily in the same way that like the big 4 were, but I think it's just going to be one of those games where it's going to be just backwards and forwards.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be a pretty game. Yeah. It'll be a graft, as we said, a lot of games. They just graft it out and just chip away, and I think we'll get the points.
Yeah, I think so too. We said before, I don't think we've got anyone to fear, and Gold Coast United's definitely not a team that I think we need to fear. They've got good players, don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to...
every NPL squad in this women's division has good players.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've got to respect them all.
Yeah.
Others are some better than others, like the top 4 against the bottom 4.
Yeah, exactly.
That's life. You can't just discount a team because of their position or who they are.
Yeah, exactly right. And as we said, look, they're NPL mainstays. They're always in and around those areas or just outside the top 4, trying to sneak in. They're always causing problems and things like that. And even then, like, that's very, very evident in their last 5 matches. So with any luck, they'll be a little bit rusty because they actually had a postponement against the Sunny Coast last weekend. So they'll have a little bit more of an extended rest. So hopefully they'll be rusty more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, you can train till the cows come home, but there's nothing better than match day.
Yeah. But yeah, in their last 5 matches, they've drawn with Brisbane City. They've drawn with Eastern Suburbs. They also had a draw with South, which wasn't too convincing.
No, that's an odd result.
And then a couple of 2-1 results against Capalaba and QAS, which also aren't that convincing.
No.
So I guess it'll be interesting to see which Gold Coast United turns up.
Yeah. And I think the way our team flows, we use a lot of wing play.
Yeah.
Which I think is brilliant, and we've got the speed too. So
yeah,
I think we'll counterbalance whatever they're going to throw at us.
Yeah, I think so too. And I do agree. We'll definitely have the talent to see them off. I think Gold Coast United probably could spring, at least you and I, a few surprises. I don't think Cam will be surprised at all.
Of course not. Cam's been around the traps too long. He's got a really good head on his shoulders. I mean, he knows all about this game.
And actually, one of my favourite memories of Cam was we were lucky at one stage when we were filming one of the specials last year to be in one of the meetings where they did a tactical meeting.
That blew my mind. That was an amazing...
That was such a
20 minutes, I think.
That was such a fun meeting to be a part of, just listening to him.
Yeah, and his approach was just fantastic.
This play's going to be this difficult. This play's going to be that. This is how they're going to want to play. So do that, and it was just... So I don't think Cam's going to be surprised at all.
God, no. Cam's well ahead. Yeah. Cam's not looking at the Gold Coast game. He's looking at the one after.
Yeah, exactly right. And I'm sure, as we're recording this, he's probably talking through the team right now, going, this is what we need to expect.
Exactly right, yes.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be too surprised by them.
Same.
But like I said, just kind of figure out which Gold Coast United's going to turn up. Because they've been really... lately. Again, no disrespect to them. We've got to
None
respect them
whatsoever.
as a big team.
Of course.
But yeah, I just don't think we need to necessarily fear them. I think we just play our own game. And
Not
we'll be
anymore.
okay.
We're past that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's just about turning those chances into goals.
Correct. And
Keeping
stopping
the
those
defense-
1 points to 3 points.
Yeah, keeping the defense there and starting to turn them into goals, because that's, I think, is our big problem, is those goals. And there's been a couple of matches where we possibly missed some gilded edge chances and things like that. But
True.
one of those games that we might have a bunch of chances at is QAS.
Yes.
Because again, we are playing a double match week, so we are actually also playing on Tuesday, the 31st of March, also at Goodwin Park. This is a late one, however. This is an 8:15 kickoff.
Ooh.
Yeah, on a Tuesday night, which I thought was a little unusual.
Yeah, I'll be in my jammies by then.
Yeah, me too. That's bedtime.
It is bedtime. My goodness. That's a cup of Milo and a couple of cookies bedtime time, that is.
So QAS have been a mainstay of the NPL, obviously because they can't be relegated,
No.
which I still do not like, and I think I've made
Don't get me started on
I think
that.
I've made my feelings well known.
Yeah.
If you do want to hear me go on that rant, feel free to comment about it. The last time we played was obviously in our route to the Queensland Cup final last year. It was a resounding 5-1 win. A Sarah Daly hat trick, I believe.
It was a Sarah Daly. I think we went one up, and then they drew.
And then they drew,
come back
and
and had
then-
another goal.
Yeah, and then Sarah Daly decided enough was
And
enough.
That was
And
enough.
Playtime was over.
Yeah, do not disrupt my play anymore. And yeah, we was very convincing after that.
Yeah. And as we've spoken about many a time, we're a much more evolved team. We're a much better team than we were last year. And I think I'd be surprised if we didn't see a similar scoreline.
Oh, for sure. This could be a good game for the girls to actually practice those forward moves and start turning and shooting on the spot and things like that, and get that little bit of confidence back in front of goal.
Yeah, and
So it could be good for them. Yeah.
get a little bit of a healthy weight to that
Not
goal
so much-
difference again.
Not so much, goal scoring practice, but
Yeah,
I think they'll have more opportunities, I believe.
yeah. Well, look, QAS, despite the fact that they've lost most of their games and by decent results, the last couple have been 2-1 losses. So they're not going to be easy. They are
No.
going to be a bit
No.
prickly.
Yeah.
I just think we definitely have more than
I
enough
think we
in
do
the
too.
tank,
Yeah, totally agree.
especially at home. They'll have more longer to come from further away. It's an 8:15 kickoff, so it's a late one.
Yeah.
The crowd will get behind us. Again, it's a school night, so hopefully we still get a decent crowd.
Yeah.
But you never know.
No,
But yeah, they're not without their fight. But I think we'll have enough
I think we'll
to see
too.
this one
Yeah.
off. And as you said before, with the strength in the bench, we're going to need it coming from a Saturday kickoff, then a Tuesday kickoff.
That's right. So
Tight
they'll probably,
turnarounds.
I don't know about Cam's program. We'll probably have a light training session on the Monday.
Yeah, maybe just
Look
to
at some
sort of-
injuries or niggles, whatever might come out of the Gold Coast game. See where the girls are physically. Not so much mentally. I think they're all very strong, but physically, and look at that. But I think, the bench is pretty good when you look at it.
Yeah.
It's a strong one.
Yeah, and then you got the Easter weekend after that. So you do have that moment of, well, do you do a bit of rotation for the QAS game, or do you just trust in your 11 or 12, 13 players to play both games
Personally, I would trust.
and have that extended rest after that?
Personally, I would trust that 11 or 13 players.
Mm.
Only even the simple fact, if I can pull 2 lots of 3s
Mhm.
points out of this,
Mhm.
that gives you a healthy, nice little margin going into the Easter break.
Yeah,
Coming out the other side and going, well, all of a sudden we've gone from here to here, and confidence has gone from here to here.
Yeah.
Because we know we can do it.
Yeah.
So I think if we can snare those 2 lots of 3s, we'll be in a much, much more healthy position.
Yeah, because I feel like, especially with an extended break, with the Easter break coming up, the last thing you want is to maybe play the QAS game too safe or too risky and play too many players who aren't necessarily ready
Correct.
for that
100%.
step up.
100%.
Because then, you're only as strong as your last game.
That's right.
And do you really want to sit down and think about, a week and a half, we really should have beaten QAS.
Yep.
If we can get that
and
6 points.
overanalyze what went wrong,
Exactly right.
which is not a position you want to be in.
No.
Anyway.
So if we can get that 6 points, we can start we'll keep a little bit more pressure
Correct.
on the top
Absolutely.
four.
Correct.
Keep our ball rolling.
Yep.
Go into the Easter break with a bunch of confidence. Yep. Heads up a high.
Yep.
And, if there is any nigglies, if there is any issues, you've got a whole week and a half rest. Yep. You can sort of just chill and
come out to the training ground, get on the treatment table, get those legs and muscles looked at.
Yep. I definitely agree. I reckon, I would trust in probably, the same 11 and subs, or a variation of the same 11 and subs.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because, you do. We're not in a position really where we can afford to let a game slip.
No, not now. Maybe I'd like to see us probably in the next 5 or 6, maybe, win 4, draw or lose 2. I think that'll be a balance. We're not going to win every game.
No. And that's all we're trying to suggest.
If we get that leading into that second half,
it's going to be really good.
I've said it around the world. Why change a winning squad? If it's working for you and everything's great, yes, there's girls left on the side. I understand that. They want to play. And, been there, as I said before. As an ex-player, it's bloody frustrating.
Yep.
But if you don't believe in the squad or believe in what's happening, as we said in the men's podcast last week, there's the door.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
We need players who are on the same page with the same belief.
Yeah.
And I believe we have that squad that's doing that at the moment.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. On the other hand, like QAS, I wouldn't change too much for the QAS game, but like QAS would be a great chance to maybe, if Rio, if she's fit,
correct,
to start.
Yeah.
Charlie's been coming off the bench here and there. Maybe give her a start up for the first time in a while.
When she comes on.
Or maybe a little bit longer rather than a couple of minutes sort of thing. And I'm sure there's a number of other players that you could make the exact same case for. So
maybe give Vic a rest and put Lauren on.
Yeah. Lauren's a great
player as well.
Of that. Yeah.
But the way things are at the moment, even in the middle,
it's such a strong lineup. Pick holes in it and try to look at someone and be like, you're not performing as well as everyone else. What I mean? Like it is such a fantastic lineup. Even Callie, who's come in, looks like she's been there forever.
Yeah.
Tia running her ass off. Nikki Friedman scoring bangers. Georgia also running her ass off.
And Georgia Martell, she seems to be, she's performing really, really well between the sticks.
Yep.
Again, a lovely, confident player with lots of belief, and she's playing really well.
Yeah. So just fantastic players all over the park. So we'll quickly wrap up those two. So just a reminder, is the Gold Coast United match on the Saturday, the 28th of March at Goodwin Park. That is a 5 p.m. kickoff. And then a short turnaround afterwards is the QAS game at 8:15 on the Tuesday night. Also at Goodwin Park, so you do not have to go all that far.
You can sleep over.
I reckon they should put tents up on field 2 and 3.
On the main field.
Or on the main field, and we can all just hang out together and we can all just watch, because there's a couple of men's games around there as well, which if you're watching the men's podcast, you'll hear all about that as well.
What do you mean Olympic won't do that?
I mean, you and I will. We'll stay there.
We'll sleep.
Yeah. But so make sure that you get down to Goodwin Park to cheer on the girls. They're on a really, really good run of form at the moment. They definitely deserve your support.
Without a doubt.
And just doing so well in the NPL. Couldn't be prouder of them at the moment, to be honest.
Going great.
Absolutely fantastic. So get down, come see us, come say hello. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you leave a like. We'll very much appreciate it. Cool. Well, until next time.
Let's
go Olympic.
Go Olympic.